Hello everyone. Today it was beautiful day and present demonstration of the theory outside. It's common um, that derivate one other uh, function function with respect axis and it's the same function causing of axis. Show that function of axis uh, is the same sine of axis. Um, Now we will demonstrate uh, function quality of axis is the same cosine of axis. We start from definition. We derive um, function cosine of axis is function axis. Um, Further increasing is further no less function of axis due to this expression um, increase within limit um, increasing steady 0. Um, so function causing of axis um, is maintain limit uh, increasing steady 0. Um, and these are all small with um, clear here. Okay. Um, Function axis for their increment and is a sign for their increment, sign of axis for their increment. Um, so sign of axis for their increment less sign sign. Um, DVD is expression increment uh, sign of axis. So um, um, it's same limit um, increment trading 0 be properties join trigonometrics sine of axis Fourier increment and sine um, axis Fourier increment is the same sine same first sine of axis axis which be sine of increment sine of h or increment Fourier sine um, no um, I think this is about the sign here sign. Okay, it would be cosine. Um, we read cosine um, in stage of h. For um, sine of h multiply cosine for axis. Um, okay, we apply with this so the destination here. Um, so um, orange sine of axis multiply cosine of h um, where sine um, of h multiply cosine of axis um, less sine of x. That's okay. Divided um, divided h. These are homogeneous, and so it's the same limit. Um, h tending at zero. Um, sine of axis cosine h divided h further sine of h multiply cosine of h axis and divided h less time of axis divided h. The trick here is knowing sine of h divided h. Um, so that is sine of h divided h is um wait limit h tending to zero. Zero radio is sine of theta. Oh, okay. Radio uh, in um, um radio is uh, like opposite and and uh, Einstein. Okay, let's assume that late opposite is half theta. Um, mm, theta. And hypotenuse is um, r sin theta. Okay, angle is alpha. This word is theta less y less than or equal to theta less y or equal to sine sine of theta. And let's assume r is the same r1, and so theta less than or equal to sin of theta. Um, um, we move out on duty one less one or equal to sine of theta duty of theta. Um, okay. Theta can take any value. So one limit theta changing out to zero and one less one or equal to sine no limit limit theta setting to zero sine theta limit theta line limit of one is one less than or equal to limit theta setting zero sine theta limit theta. I don't know if you're right. Yo vi de Dodge. George. Ustedes juzguenlo ya. El detalle es que he llegado acá, he llegado. Pueden cuestionar mis métodos o no pueden cuestionar mis resultados, ¿ok? Um, returning or English, no, returning to English, um, and then um, it's the same limit. Uh, For determine the limit cosine of h less 1 divided h, we need to some calculations. Let let um uh, bring bring let 1 less cosine of theta is a variable or variable uh, r, um, 1 less cosine of theta is divided of theta, um, and through that distance cosine of h less 1 divided sh, and 1 less cosine theta divided of cosine is equal to L. 1 less cosine of theta uh, is the same as multiplying or theta uh, square expression 1 less those 2 cosine of theta fuller cosine square of theta is the same nearly square theta square and um, 1 less 2 cosine of theta for 1 less sine square theta is the same square theta square um, 2 less 2 cosine of theta less sine uh, sine uh, sine square theta is the same and square theta square um, 2 factorizations one less cosine uh, um, we expect adding sine square of theta it's the same square theta square for sine square of theta um, we pass and do the 1 less cosine of theta is the same square theta square for sine square theta dvd expression 2 now we dvd what size b of theta so 1 less cosine um, of theta dvd theta um, 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 square theta square for the same um, sine square of theta and dvd those sine theta dvd is homogeneous use don't so 1 less cosine theta divided theta is the same L square theta divided 2 for sine theta and divided theta multiply sine theta. Um, applying limit um, good for copy past my okay apply limit limit 1 less cosine of theta and divided cosine and theta tending to 0 is the same limit um, theta tending to 0 and even square theta divided into 2 time of theta divided theta multiplies sine of theta. Um, so limiting theta tending to 0 should like 0 1 less cosine of theta divided cosine theta is theta tending zero, zero multiplied, ¿cómo se dirá en inglés? R square divided 2 multiplied zero, and further sine of theta divided theta is 1 here, uh, multiply sine of theta. Sine of theta is 0, oh no, multiply 0 is 0. Okay. So, so um, this is expression 0 plane limit, and so 0 uh, further sine of h dividing h is 1, and so 1 cosine and further axis. Okay, therefore deriving sine uh, function um, function goes in axis and is cosine axis. Show that function axis is the same as sine of axis. That's all for my friends. Good days, some mistakes. I'm still on later. Goodbye.